there. I'm Trevor Houston, the creator of the Who You Know Summit, and I'd like to welcome you to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
On our program, we'd like to show you a job search like you've never seen.
Everything from getting noticed by employers, how to properly format your resume, and how to network effectively using LinkedIn to drive recruiters to your profile.
We even take suggestions from our amazing community.
So if you want to learn all things job search, go ahead and subscribe now.
Focus! It's all about the job search. So if you want to learn how to land that next success, you heard them. All you got to do is subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who ya know?
who you know can make all the difference in your job search.
That's right.
We are super excited because, man, let me tell you something. I've been waiting for this episode for a while. We've got the one, the only Danelle Delgado in the house. And let me tell you real quick. So shout out to Glenn Lundy, because Glenn Lundy made this happen. And
Rise and grind.
Yeah, hashtag rise and grind. So let's go ahead and give Glenn Lundy and Danelle Delgado a shout out in the comments. Go ahead and tag them. And we'll get to Danelle in just a second. But let's go to the audience real quick, see who we got with us. Who do we got in the house?
We got a bunch of people. Thank you for joining early. Those of you that were on early. We got Sharon Tiger, Arslan Ashraf, Nick 𝐒𝐄𝐓, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Catherine McCord. Hey, Catherine. Hope Florida is great right now. Grady Gibbs and Eric Silverman.
I see Charles. I see Esther. Hope Mangita in the house.
Hope. Gotta have hope.
Guys, what we'd like for you to do is go ahead and check in with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from right now. We get people from all over the country, and so we want to just, celebrate with you. It is Christmas. We want to, talk to you, give you a shout out, let you know how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. So come on in the comments. Let's give you a shout out. Meg Rose, our hype lady, how are you? David says, so smooth. I don't know what was so smooth, but it's all good. Philip, what is going on? Philip from Denton, Texas. Let's see who else we got with us. Liberty.
We got Dr. Brian Harmon. He said, sure, it's going to be awesome.
Hey, Liberty likes your Darth Vader sweater.
Oh, yeah. You guys, hey, it's Christmas. And I don't have like a, like a green and red kind of thing, but I got this night. My brother-in-law gave me this, actually. It's my Star Wars Christmas.
So y'all know how I always have to one-up Mark? So it is Cowboys, right? You see my Cowboy sweater?
I don't have a Bears one.
Hold on. Y'all ready? Ooh! Hold on, you seeing that? Are you seeing it? Oh, yeah, that's what's up. Ain't
all right, I'm
going to
go get a Bears
party.
one. Lori Oken, I'm going to have to go get a Bears one. We're going to have to go get a Bears one, Lori.
Yeah, if y'all can see that, I gotta represent, you know what I'm saying? Because the Cowboys, we're back in second place.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're back in second place. I'm just saying. Guys, go ahead and rep your city. Tell us where you're tuning in from, and tell us your team, too. If it's not the Cowboys, whatever it is, let us know in the comments. So here's what we'd like. All first-timers, get in the comments. Let us know if it's your first time here. We want to welcome you. Alumni, right? You've been through the programs. You've been through the training. We want to shout you out as well. And then if you're searching right now, we want to know what you're searching for. So you can put a hashtag, project management or QA, accounting and finance, whatever the heck you're looking for. Just go ahead and get in those comments. And make sure you mash that share button. Extremely important.
I want to throw this or add this in there.
Yep.
Also, another hashtag, the company that you're looking for. If you have a target company you're trying to get into right now, hashtag that company.
Well, you can even just tag the company
Tag
too.
the
You can do
company,
that.
yep.
All right, guys. So it is that time of year, and we always like to bless this show with a prayer for the listeners. So if we can bow our heads real quick, let's go to the one that made us. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the greatest gift that we could ever receive, which is the salvation. Lord, thank you so much for that. We appreciate you and your sacrifice. And God, thank you for sending your son, Jesus, here for us because we are not worthy. None of us are. We appreciate the sacrifice and your salvation, Lord. Thank you for every blessing, every gift. And Lord, even 2020, right? I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And, even through all of this chaos, there's been a lot of blessings within it. So, guys, let's all say some thanks for even the small blessings within a chaotic year that we've had so far. And shout out to 2021, all right? Dear Lord, thank you for that. We look forward to it. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right. So we got a lot to be thankful for. We've got a bunch of landings.
Oh, yeah.
So get your hands and your donut emojis ready on LinkedIn. We have a ton of landings. So round of applause for Jennifer Hampton. Jennifer Hampton, congratulations. Right. We got Barbara Cole. Barbara Cole,
yeah.
Frank Lott, congratulations. Yep. John Rogers. We got Keith Zerline. I think that's how you say it, Zerline.
Yeah, I think so.
Keith Zerline. And what else? You got any more?
Yeah, I got a bunch. I got Sandra Muse.
Sandra,
Muse, that's our
yes.
connection. Yeah, Sandra, congratulations. Taylor Thompson. Congratulations, Taylor Thompson. You said Frank Lott. Frank Lott, actually, he's starting, he's the executive director at Refuge City Ministry. It's a ministry that helps trafficked kids and minors, things like that. So good work, great work. You're doing the Lord's work, Frank. Dan Medlin, he's down in Austin, and actually Dan's a talent acquisition specialist, so that might be one to connect with, Medlin. Sarah Putt. Sarah Putt.
Congrats.
Rob Gordon.
Rob,
congratulations, Rob. Chris Avery. Congratulations, Chris. Michael Miller.
Michael
is here in the area. Hopefully I'm saying this correctly. Therese Smith.
Therese, congrats.
Congrats, Therese. Robert Rohn. Congratulations, Robert Rohn. Derek Heflin. Congratulations, Derek. And this is one in the network too. Kimmer Moore. Kimmer. She's PHR.
Nice.
So HR field. So congratulations, everyone.
Man.
Again, so many names, so many people that are getting blessed there, but let it be a blessing to you to help inspire you.
Right.
Because people are landing, and they're landing now.
Right.
During the holidays when other people are slowing down. I know we say this all the time. Don't slow down. This is your opportunity because those that are slowing down are putting you at the advantage.
Well, okay, so this has been a crazy year, right? Well, let's just talk about that for just a quick second. So this, I would have to say, this December, we've had more job landings than I've ever seen in our history, okay, of doing the show.
That's right.
So in December of 2020, the craziest year ever, we have the most landings ever. So, I mean, it's a crazy year we're living in.
Yep.
So, yeah, you just got to keep going, guys. You just never know where this stuff's going to come from. So that's awesome. Mark, you got the tip of the week. What do we got?
Yeah, speaking of landings, you guys need, fresh ideas on how to get yourself out there, how to get your name out there, how to brand yourself, stick out, differentiate, you name, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of you are Who You Know Summit alumni, where we're teaching how to differentiate, how to leverage video, use video, and a lot of you have already made videos. You're posting content out there, so good on you. I want to put a spin on that. How many of you have thought about putting your story out there to the news media outlets? Right? This is a perfect opportunity, I think, given 2020 and the pandemic. I want you guys to go to Google and just Google, how do I get my story in the news, or getting your story in the news, okay? And there's step-by-step processes, and take it with a grain of salt. You might have to get creative on some of those because there's a lot of PR folks out there trying to get, their stories in the news. And so there's probably more of those folks than there are journalists. But craft a story about your experience being unemployed during this pandemic and during this crisis. Find out who the journalists are that are reporting on the business side, right? You got to find a journalist or reporter who's involved in that type of content, and then start the process of engaging with them, connect with them on LinkedIn, interact and engage with them in their social media, and then, again, craft your story, follow some of these guidelines to get that story out to them. See if you can get your story picked up in the news, because I will tell you, if you want to stand out, that will get you standing out.
Oh yeah, that's good advice, man. You got to get out there in the press and get noticed and visibility. It's the first step, the very first step before anybody can make a decision on you. They got to know you exist.
That's right.
Right? As Grant Cardone always says, if they don't knows you, they don't flows you. All right? So look.
And think about this. Speaking of getting noticed, think about Shark Tank. You guys watch Shark Tank, or you've seen that, right? Think about what those businesses do after they get picked up in law. Even some of the ones that get turned down.
Oh, they skyrocket.
Just by being on the show.
They skyrocket because it's PR and,
recognition.
Yeah, it's visibility. And so, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Great advice, Mark. I love that. Yeah, go check out a press release. Go get in the news. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so guys, we got to go to a real quick break, but please do not go anywhere, because I promise some mic drops on this show. We got Danelle Delgado in the house, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
How are you spending extra time at home? Perfecting kitchen skills? Learning a new language? What about your education? At Waldorf University, we're offering 25% off your first online course. It's your time. It's your future. Start today.
Hey, Trevor Houston here, and if you're looking for connections to opportunities, free seminars and workshops, to the knowledge and tools you need, and individualized one-on-one coaching for solid plans and solutions, Career and Financial Services is here for you, with a holistic approach to educate, empower, and guide you to achieve your desired future. Call today to learn more about how the coaches can assist you to reach your career and financial success.
This is my first LinkedIn video. Hi, my name is Paul Lagachuda. As a project manager, I enjoy solving problems and formulating value-added solutions to complex problems. I am a champion of organizations, employees, stakeholders, improving the services and quality of services to the customer. I help companies enhance their revenues by efficient and effective resource allocation in solving problems, therefore saving time and money. I'm looking forward to grow my network here and connect with my fellow professionals in project management, and to explore companies that could use my abilities and skills in helping them achieve their goals and objectives in the coming year. I thank you for your time and the opportunity to speak to you about my skills and abilities and what I'm looking for in my next position. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but
Who you know, who you know, who you know.
wow.
That was for you, Meg Rose. That was kind of a dad joke,
That
but
was
not really.
that was wow.
That
Okay,
was
all right. Well, guys, we are back, and we've got a very special guest. You saw that video leading up. We've got Danelle Delgado in the house, and let me read her bio real quick. So, Danelle is a single mom of 3, a survivor who went from broken to multi-millionaire, making a global impact in just a few years, known as the Millionaire Maker, guiding the masses to build million-dollar businesses offline and off. She's a best-selling author and one of the most sought-after female speakers on marketing, sales, online business strategy, communication, and personal development in the world. So guys, everybody, let's give a warm welcome to Danelle Delgado.
Right. Welcome, Danelle.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, how are you doing? Hey, what's up?
I'm loving this so far. I've been teary watching you pray over everybody,
Aw.
seeking their jobs and what you guys are doing. I'm like, where have you been all my life? I love this.
We just love, we love our audience, and you know, they're going through a hard time. They're going through a little bit of a rough patch, and it's okay. It's just a journey, right? We all go through a journey, and so actually, I'd like to talk about your journey a little bit and how you got here on this show. I want to give a special shout out to Glenn Lundy. Tell us about how you met Glenn and like where that relationship came from, because Glenn cannot speak highly enough about you. He just rants and raves about Danelle. So how'd you meet Glenn?
Glenn Lundy is this rare being. I was speaking at 10X actually, and we did an after party at Grant's house, and this man just walks up to me and stands very close to me, and I have a personal space issue, and he just looked me right in the eye and said, "It was me. You were here to speak to me today, and when you told me to raise my hand, I raised my hand, and I just had to come tell you I'm going to be one of the ones." And he was so passionate. I said, "Well, then I guess I'm here to help. Here's my phone number."
Wow.
And that's where it started. That's where it all started.
That is
Bold.
awesome. Yeah.
Bold.
Yeah, he just was like, hey, I got to talk to you. That's what's up. So job seekers, take note on that. Sometimes there are people in the room that you know can make an impact, right? You know that they can open doors for you. And like, you got to be bold. You got to put yourself out there. You got to go just say hello, because you know what? What do you got to lose? You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So Glenn did that, reached out to Danelle, was like, hey. And then he says something to me all the time. You spoke something into him. You told him that he was the asset, right?
Yeah. So we were at a big event, and I came in to speak for them, and there was another big speaker there who was, trying to do some deals with him and everything, and he was really excited. And I said, hold on, Glenn, like, don't be excited about that. Like, don't be excited about somebody else in the room. Be like, God made you the asset. He needs you, not the other way around. And, I think people do life and business with those who increase their odds of winning. And when you're working hard and you're in a direction, God will use that and bring bigger names and people and opportunity to you. I'm like, Glenn was running. And I was like, don't get confused about who's the most important person in the room right now. You put all this together. We're all here for you.
Hey, hold up.
Boom.
Mic drop.
Boom.
I love that. Yeah, he told me that story, and I was like, wow, okay, that's super powerful. So you have a gift. Your gift is being able to look into others and see their gift, and I really love that. I think that's something that not a lot of people have, but you've definitely got it. You're the type of person, I can already tell you, you can look at somebody and you're like, ooh, here's what you need to do. I see your gift. You point it out. That's why you're a good coach. Talk to me about that. I know your backstory says, your bio says that you're a survivor. And I'm a firm believer that our scars are really meant to heal and help other people. Do you care to share any of that, maybe backstory?
Yeah, I think, I remember back when everything started to go haywire and I was writing in a journal and I was like, God, if you can, use me. Right. And at that time in my life, I really had no life experience. And so as I looked back to the journal a decade later, I go, oh my gosh, the divorce, cancer, loss of everything, starting from scratch, having nothing, being broke and really having nowhere to go but to me and God, like, okay, it's all we got. You took away all my people, all my things, all my possessions. um, that's how he made me usable. I can now help any family who's thinking about divorce, or any single mom or single dad. I can help anyone who's overcoming a health thing. And I can see the stories in people's eyes that they don't want to tell. And most people forget that their money, their success, their fulfillment, their significant difference they can be made only comes when they tap into those dark spots that God wants to make light. And when you let him be in the light, he gets to use them, and it'll blow your mind, where he takes them.
Okay, so y'all, what did I tell you about the mic drop moments, right? So, bam, there's another one. And by the way, Mark dropped his mic. His earpiece wasn't working, so we're getting that fixed. But wow, okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes, guys, the hardships that we go through, those are the things that, God will use those trials and tribulations in your life, to help other people. So I love that. That is super impactful. So,
I like the biblical, right, analogy of the refiner's fire. Mm-hmm. Right, the refiner's fire that it's burning off away all the impurities, all of the unnecessary, and leaving you pure, and you've just exploded from there. So that's awesome.
I couldn't help anyone unless I had some lessons to learn, right? I wouldn't have been able to see hurt in other people's eyes or potential in people's eyes because I didn't even believe I had any, right? I had to figure out how to be refined and take the fire, not be burned from it, and be like, oh, this is how I become the one, right? This is the process through. I mean, that's the pain comes first, then the progress, right? I wish you could do it the other way around, but it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, what were you doing before your business? I mean, you help a lot of people now. You're what we call a world changer, okay? You are out there making moves and really, impacting the world. So what were you doing before that, though?
I was a teacher and a youth pastor. And when you're a youth pastor and you get divorced, there's not really a place for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was an exact transition that was necessary. That was the greatest gift I could have been given is, hey, I'm going to take away every plan you had for your life and show you what the real one is.
Right.
Yeah.
What about some struggles along the way, right? Because now you've got a lot of success. You're doing a lot of really great things. Was it always that way? Or was there a lot of roadblocks in the way? And maybe what are some of those obstacles that you've had to overcome to get to where you're at today?
Yeah, no, it was super easy. I'm just kidding. It was just smooth sailing every day. No, it's, I tell people I'm a professional hurdler, right? It's, I think some of the biggest things were learning that people, right? What's the greatest part about business and job searching and finding your place in the world is people. The hardest part and the best part are the people. And for me, I'm a very heart-centered leader. And so I tend to forgive everyone. I'm grace above and beyond. I'm heart, I'm love. And people are the equivalent of their experiences. So one of the hardest parts for me was being hurt by those I loved in it. Some of them didn't like when I was successful. Some of them liked me only when I was successful. Some of them wanted to know me just for what I could gain for them. And some of them wanted a piece of what I had. And it's learning how to build healthy boundaries and learning how to understand that those are their experiences from something that's broken them. And maybe, just maybe, my my emotional intelligence and strength that I have built could be the key to teaching them that hurting people wasn't the way, and that they could be shown ultimate grace and forgiveness, and that, because I was told by a lot of people, listen, you're so sweet, you're going to get eaten alive in business. You're so kind, like, just watch yourself. And I'm like, no, that was my secret weapon.
Yeah, that was your superpower.
I could be kind in the hurt, that I could be graceful always, and go, that's where they're at right now. I'll move forward. I'll set new boundaries, but I love them with all my heart, no matter what they did to me, but it was a hurdle to go, I'm not even going to listen to my greatest mentor, that I need to change, because that is how God built me. And I will always be that way. And I will always be full of grace. I don't care what it costs me. That's just in my blood.
I love that. Unapologetic, right? About who you are. And especially if it is, aligned with your morals. And I think it's a great message for our audience, because there is a lot of hurt out there, right? Some people, it may be like, I've been betrayed by my company, by the people that I cared about. I was loyal to my company, and and there's a lot of bitterness, and there can be, right, a lot of bitterness in the hurt, and so it just shows the strength of where you're coming from to be able to turn that into. One of our other guests says turn it into rocket fuel, right? And so
C-Rock. You know C-Rock?
Yeah, you know C-Rock?
I bet you know C-Rock. Yeah, see, I just knew she
Take
knew
the pain
C-Rock.
and turn it into rocket fuel. Yep. So.
Yeah. Well, I think that's my exact story. I think I was so angry. My family left because they didn't believe in my divorce. So they didn't ever call again. My business success, I had lots of things like that. And I was such an angry human. I had to find a tool that helped me transition from that kind of pain, that bitterness, that hurt, that resentment. That's kind of how I was raised. I watched my family live that way. And I was like, something's not right to this. So it was developing those tools to drop those and understand. In 2009, I lost my job. I was fired. And that's when the crash was happening. And it thoroughly prepared me to have my best year in the whole world in 2020. How would I know a decade later, when the world would go crazy again, I would have every tool that I would need to not only win, but help. I built so many millionaires this year because I was prepared by the hate and resentment and turning it into that rocket fuel, joy, forward motion, progress, advancement. All pain is an opportunity for growth. And that's what turned it all around for me and so many people. And if that wouldn't have happened to me, and I wouldn't have learned those tools over the last decade, I might have barely made it myself, rather than slam dunking it myself and helping so many people do the same thing.
Wow. Hit it.
Mic drop. All pain is opportunity for growth.
Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
It.
How do you, okay, so let me ask you this. How do you shift your mindset? Because it's all up here. How do you shift your mindset from being a victim, right, of like, hey, this happened, to me. We hear a lot of things, right? And I actually want to touch on this real quick.
Like having a pity party?
Well, I was thinking about this earlier today. Just today I was thinking about this. We get a lot of people throwing out the ageism card, right? And it is a real deal, actually. I mean, it's a real thing. But I feel like that's almost like it's a card that they're using to try to take accountability off sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and to say, well, this happened to me because, right? I'm not getting any opportunities because, and the truth is, I was thinking about this today, everybody's in the black hole. Whether you're 50, you're 40, you're 35, like the job search process is equal for everyone, and nobody's getting any callbacks. Like everybody's getting ghosted by employers.
Struggle is real. Yeah.
Like it's not as much about the age. Really, it's not. And so I was thinking about that today. I was like, you know what? Everybody says the same thing, but. Anyway, so I digress. How do we get over the victim mentality, and how do we get over the, that obstacle that's in between your mind? What are some thoughts there?
Yeah, I think there's one way, and it's retraining your brain. right? Our brains are all trained by our experiences. And for me, my experiences left me angry, resentful, frustrated, blaming other people, just like you said. Oh, it must be his fault, her fault, this happened. And the truth of that, my grandpa always used to tell me, he's like, when the world knocks you around a little bit, you had something to do with it. And he was right. And gratitude is the way to retrain your brain, where it will do things that you can't explain. They are superpowers from heaven, in my opinion. And so I started training myself when I found out I had cancer. Like, I'd just gotten through the divorce. I gotten smoked in the divorce. It was just a hard situation. It kept coming back. I kept having that situation. Found out I had cancer and was just like, you know, where most people would be like, poor me. Things happen in threes. They're terrible. I hear it all the time. I started writing gratitude, and it was 10 things I was grateful for that day. And in a daily process, about 40 days into it, you'll see a transition. 90 days into it, you'll start to see opportunity. A year later, every challenge that happens, like when I get called to go into companies, they've got a problem. So they're all frustrated when I get there, right? And I walk in and I'm like, man, this is the best day of my life. Let's get this rolling. Because you start seeing the pain as the gift. Like, thank God we have something to fix today, that life is never going to be boring, that it's going to shift. Like, who knows? Every job that I've lost, every new opening that I've got, every horrible boss, everything taught me how to be prepared to skyrocket in the next journey. So what if you learn to look at that as, this is your greatest gift? 2020 could be your greatest gift because you look in an industry you never would have thought of before. You look to work for someone that maybe you don't admire, maybe you're supposed to help and move in. You know, there's all these different moments that if we could just train our brain to say, I'm the lucky one who woke up today, let's go get this.
Amen.
Life takes on different form.
Bam, mic drop.
Yeah, so
Look,
some people are, right, some people are hardwired that way, like they're natural positivist, right, where there's a silver lining, like they're glass half full people, but you can train yourself, right? So that's
that a
what
word?
you're saying.
Is that a word?
I don't know. I just made that up. I just made that
We
up.
call them unicorns. They're sunshine and rainbows, right?
Some are, right? But for if you're not, and this is to you, to the audience, like if you're not, that it doesn't have to be that way. You know, you can change, and it's a training.
So when I was 20, I got in a motorcycle accident, and I had internal bleeding in the head. I wasn't wearing a helmet, all that kind of stuff, and got jacked up pretty good. And I remember, like, after that motorcycle accident, coming out, the happiest I'd ever been, and just being on cloud nine and just appreciating every breath. Like just, wow, thank you, God. Like, oh my gosh, I should not be here, and just literally just being so thankful and so grateful. And I remember asking God, like, don't take this away from me. Like, I need to, this feeling that I have right now, I need to hold on to that forever. And, you know, I wish I could say that it was here forever. It did slowly start to fade. But it goes back to what Danelle was saying, was about gratitude. Like practicing the gratitude, writing it down, gratitude. Because otherwise, like, it's on my own fault that it faded. It's my fault that it faded, right? Because I wasn't practicing gratitude as much as I was right when I got off that motorcycle accident, right? Like, I was super grateful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, you're just high on life.
I was high on life for real.
But that's why I tell people, I'm like, listen, the greatest thing in the world is when pain returns, because it keeps you fresh on needing gratitude and needing to focus your brain in the right way. I always tell people, I'm like, just hurry up, right? Like, just hurry up through the pain, because I'll tell you, it's teaching you the next thing you're going to need. And I think that's, you know, why I love it. I think that's why my story inspires people, because I just don't quit with progress. I mean, that's where I like find out what I'm made of every single day.
Love it, love it, love it. I think Will Smith talks about it all the time, you know, learn through your failures and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I absolutely love that. Guys, we got to go to a real quick break. Don't go anywhere, though, because we got more
This is
Danelle
great.
Delgado in the house.
Yep.
At Waldorf University, we are committed to helping you discover a path to success. Our flexible online degree programs give you the freedom you need and deserve. Take the first step and receive 25% off your first course today.
I've started the 12-week program that you guys are putting together, and the wealth of information that you guys have provided completely revolutionized and transformed my knowledge and what I know I need to do to get my next career.
The Who You Know Network has helped me tremendously with my job search. They've really taught me how to connect with people, how to really network with people, especially in these times where it's a bit difficult. They also taught me some methods, some techniques to help me stand out from the crowd.
I was really discouraged, I was really depressed, but then I discovered the Who You Know Show community, and this has given me so much encouragement, so much hope.
Welcome back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but who you know,
y'all know.
who you know can make all the difference in your job search. So we're super excited because we got Danelle Delgado in the house, and she's been dropping mics all over this place. So I want to make sure we don't forget the audience.
Yeah.
Can we go to the audience real quick and see who we got with us? We want to give some shout outs and maybe even, hey, it's Christmas, so maybe we got some things to give. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, okay, we got Meg Rose, Lori Oken. Oh, by the way, in order for me to give you a shout out, you got to be in the comments. So just saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there it is. Meg Rose, Lori Oken. We've got, let's see who else.
We got Steve
Christine.
Madsen, right? Steve Madsen.
Steve, what's up? Jason Hopper, David. David says the ads are smooth too. I appreciate that. I don't know if I've ever had somebody compliment a commercial or an ad, but I like that. He's like, those ads are smooth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, guess who's behind those ads? Right here.
What? No.
Right here. Trevor.
No, shout out to the sponsors, Waldorf University and some of the others. Guys, we appreciate
they put
y'all.
those together. David Seagal, Greg Studer, Esther Chacon, which we already shout out. Carolina S. Carolina, I think, was in our Coach's Corner.
Yeah, Lori West, Laura Cobb. Hello, Laura Cobb. How are you? Good to see you. All right, so here's what I'd like to do. We've had like 3 or 4 mic drops. Let's ask the audience a question and then see if we can get some lucky winners in here. What do you think?
That sounds good. Before we ask the question, I did check. Positivist is actually a word.
Positivist is a word?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, positivist
okay.
is a word. So.
All right. Well, there you go.
I didn't make it up. All right. Question. Well, Danelle, do you have a question? Something with an answer that the audience could, not just a yes or no, but something that somebody would have to answer.
Yeah,
maybe
that we already talked about. Something we talked about today.
Yeah, what would be a good question to ask?
Well, that's a good question. I would say, let's see, what is the #1 secret to not living as a victim ever?
There you go.
#1 secret to not living as a victim. Get in those comments, and we'll see. What do we want to give the audience? What do we want to do?
You know what? I think one of the greatest tools ever I have ever created is the making of a millionaire, the story of the true grit, tools, people skills, progress, prayer life that has helped me progress through anything. It's this little mini series, 12 weeks, a couple of hours a week. It's called The Making of a Millionaire. Let's give it away. Let's give one away.
I like that.
12-week session, man.
12-week boot camp she got you in. Woo! Okay, but she's going to make you a millionaire, y'all. Okay, yep. She just gave away $1 million on the show. Forget Oprah, okay? Oprah gives out Hyundais, okay? Danelle Delgado just gave out $1 million. That's what she did, okay?
$1 million hairs?
$1 million hairs. That is awesome. Okay, so let's see. We got some things coming in. Meg Rose is saying Jason. Hold on, but I'm verifying this. Hold on, I'm going back because we got a bunch coming out. Ooh, wow, got a bunch of comments. Hold on, I'm scrolling back. I got to go back through because there's so many that came in. Okay, so the question was, number one secret to not live as a victim. Jason Hopper says gratitude, and so he was number one that I see on my list. And then Robin Triggs was number 2, gratitude. Is that the answer?
Damn, that's it.
That's it?
Ding, ding, ding. Let's give it away.
Let's do it. Congratulations, Jason Hopper. Y'all, all right, hold on.
Jason, I gotta tell you, Jason, you guys gotta be on top because Jason is quick.
Y'all need to, you need to do something with Jason because, like every week he's the first one on that. He's like, boom, he's our lucky winner every week. And that could be you too, Mr. and Mrs. Audience. That could be you too. Mm-hmm. You just gotta get quicker, okay? You gotta be real quick with the thumbs, fast thumbs, okay? All right.
Christmas. I feel like we should give away the top 3 because I feel like Jason needs some friends. Let's do it.
Oh, snap. Did y'all hear that? She got 3 millionaires coming on this. Woo! Robin Triggs, congratulations to you, Robin Triggs. And then we got Lori West, congratulations, top 3 winners. Woo!
My comments are so slow.
Hey,
but yeah, that's awesome. Man.
When y'all make it, okay, because you're all gonna, because now that you're connected over here, y'all are gonna make it. Y'all gonna be millionaires. I just want a steak or something. Just take me out to eat.
Yeah, don't forget the little guys.
Yeah, on your way up. Don't forget the little guys on your way up. That is awesome. All right, so let's get back to it. What is your why? Okay, you know, everybody practices their why. They connect to it. What is your why? Tell me your why.
I think it's grown over time, right? In the beginning, I have 3 little kids. I have twins that are 12 and a 14-year-old now. They were 2, 2, and 3 when life got crazy.
Wow.
And
I just got to put that out there. I got 3 boys, but they're like 6, 4, and 2. So, but 1 year apart in 3, 1 year apart. Wow.
God thinks I'm capable of a whole lot. Let's be real. right? But, you know, in the beginning, it was for them. If I wouldn't have had them, it probably would have been touch and go there for a little while. There were some really hard times and they had to eat, you know, and it made me do things with zero fear because I had to figure it out. But I think as it changed, you know, I was even sitting here, I'm in Cabo and all my friends are out playing in the ocean. And I got a couple of messages yesterday that were like, are you going to go live on Friday? It's Christmas, but it's the only thing I'm looking forward to this season. You know, I had all these heartfelt messages and I just started randomly calling people online who were in my inbox and just saying, hey, I appreciate you. Merry Christmas. You should feel joy today. It's a choice. Turn it around. And I started giving back. And I think I am so addicted to my impact. That is the biggest why I could ever live. It's teaching my kids to live with making a difference. And I think, you know, we're an addictive society and I've struggled with all different kinds of things. But the moment I got addicted to my impact, everything changed for me.
Oh, yes. I like that.
Making an impact.
Impact.
Yep.
You know, and so I like what you said about, you know, just picking up the phone and reaching out because we teach a strategy in one of our summits that incorporates a video. And one of the things that I tell my audience all the time is like, hey, when you're starting to practice with this video stuff, because it's not going to come easy for most people, like take that as an opportunity to reach out to your loved ones, reach out to the people that, you know, you haven't talked to in a while, the people that maybe you should reach out and say, hey, I love you and I appreciate you and here's why. And send them a video and do that and watch what happens. And so I'm curious, when you picked up that phone and you reached out and you called a couple of people, like what's their reaction like?
Yeah, they're like, well, most of them were a little shocked because they're like, surely it's not Danelle Delgado calling me, right? And they're like, hi, is it, hello? Is this a butt dial? You know, that's usually what they say. But I said, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I got your message and it just struck me a minute. I took a minute from vacation because I'd rather make sure you're doing okay for Christmas.
Love
you know,
that.
and I always keep my phone calls to 12 minutes or less. It's just a time thing. And so on the little short ones that I have like that, it was probably 4 minutes for every person. I called 27 people yesterday just to
snap.
and then I went and got in the pool, you know?
Wow. Okay. So, Okay, first and foremost, thank you for joining us from Cabo. Okay, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, right.
Like, come to join the Who You Know show. I told you when you come to Dallas, okay, there's a spot over here for you. We want you in the studio. But thank you for joining us from Cabo and putting that pool aside for a second.
Absolutely. Are
That
you
is
kidding?
awesome.
That's what life's about. When people need service, man, that's why I'm alive.
Well, okay, and that's another thing I wanted to point out.
Service, yeah.
So on her her form, because we when people come on the show, we have a form, and one of those questions in that form was, hey, is there anything we can help you promote? Like, will you, do you want us to help you promote a book or a course or anything like that? And she just said, her response was, I'm here to serve. Like, I loved that. Like, because I'm asking her, hey, is there anything I can promote for you?
I'm gonna drop the mic
You
on
like that?
on that response. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if
that.
I've ever got that, because everybody's like, oh yeah, here's my website, here's my book, here's my whatever, and she just said, I'm here to serve. Like,
Powerful. That is so powerful.
I
That
mean,
just tells your
imagine if we
character.
all got so good at our skills, people who loved what we did in the world would connect to us because of them. I mean, serve with a mighty heart, and I'll tell you what, the blessings will be great. I get to meet people like you guys who are doing good in the world.
love it, love it. What's your greatest accomplishment so far? Because I know you're gonna smash that and go on to do even bigger things, but I kind of want to know, like, what to you in your eyes, what's your biggest accomplishment so far?
Being a great mom.
Love
Raising
that.
3 legends. I know that's kind of a cheater one, but
so
working
true.
so hard I could surround them with some of the greatest minds in the world. Those are the best teachers and experiences ever. But I truly would say that I've gotten myself to a point where I just get to choose who I help, and I choose to stay in the trenches with my clients rather than go off and do anything in the world. I love seeing families change. I love seeing them go on vacation. I love seeing them pay off debt. I love seeing them, come together and just believe in what gifts they had. Like, my life is like a gift. And I don't know how it could get much better, but really knowing the names of the people I change and seeing it change their families, that's probably my best accomplishment.
Yeah.
Love that too.
What's one of your goals moving forward? Do you, if you want to share, like, what's maybe one of your top, like, what's the next summit?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to talk huge summit, I've got my eyes there. I got invited to do one of the biggest documentaries about female entrepreneurs in the world. It's happening in a couple of weeks. And I'll tell you, I have my eyes set on how I could serve the world best. And I'd love, to take Ellen's job or something like that in the future.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking. I'd like to take Ellen's job.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a lot of good you can do with a bigger platform, and I believe I do well with that. So let's see how many people we can help. Whatever God wants to do with me, I'm in.
That is awesome. That is pretty cool. Well, I'm interested to hear about that documentary or docu-series or whatever. Yeah, send me some info on that. I want to check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be going on the Social Movement. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's a docu-series about changing the world, and I'm real excited about going on that one.
So exciting, right? Isn't it crazy? You just, go after one thing at a time, and it's amazing how life works out.
Yeah. So you said one of your greatest accomplishments is your kids and being able to, like, put them in front of some of the greatest minds, right? You said, like, the greatest teachers and like, who are some of those people? Like, I know I have a laundry list over here. You work with some awesome folks, but like Grant Cardone, E.T., all these folks. Anyway, but who in your mind is, like, really stands out as, like, whoa, this person changed my life, or I would, who would that be?
I mean, Grant and Elena Cardone have for sure changed my life and been so generous to me. Tim Grover, I will say probably one of the number one humans who has helped transform me other than grandpa family is Todd Stottlemyre, 3-time World Series champion baseball player. We ran together in business for a while, and he mentored and we worked together. But he he and his wife have just poured into my family, my kids. And if you ever want to train someone's mind, you put them with a professional athlete. And he for sure has made a big difference in our family.
That is
Fantastic.
awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. Okay, let me see if I got any like speed fire questions for you while we still have a few minutes here.
Meg Rose said, I want to be the dumbest one in the room at all times so I can learn and grow.
Hey, there you go. I like that. Actually, you know what? Forget this. I got my notebook here. Why don't we go to the audience? Let's see if the audience has a question for Danelle, and just go ahead and put it in the comments. And you know what is awesome? Because it's Christmas, I actually have this really cool thing I can do. If you have a question, I can actually send you the Zoom link.
Oh, there's Danelle in the comments.
Oh, she's in the comments.
She's in the comments.
I can send you the Zoom link from the comments, and you could actually like come into the show. Like, wait a minute, you could be in here with us. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. Who do we got? Who's got a question that they would like to ask Danelle personally? How cool would that be? That'd be awesome. So let's see who we got with us. We got David. We got Greg here. We got Kathy Byfield. How are you? Good to see you. Sherry, good to see you. And there's always like a lag on the comments. It takes usually about 45 seconds before they start, before we see
Meg Rose
they type.
said, can I talk to Danelle? Meg Rose did.
What's that?
Meg Rose asked if she can talk to Danelle.
Oh, Meg Rose? Oh, of course. Of course Meg Rose can. Of course Meg Rose can. She's our hype lady. So hold on. Let me get the link. And Meg Rose, look for your comments, okay, or your DM real quick. I'm going to send it to you.
This is awesome.
Let's see if we can make this happen. I don't know. We'll see. We haven't done this before, but we're going to try. We're going to try to see if we can bring Meg Rose in the show right now. Merry Christmas.
Progressing right now. I love it.
Isn't that awesome?
I got everyone in the whole hotel to give me a new location with Wi-Fi that worked in 5 minutes. So we all learned something new today.
You are awesome. Like, what is that, world changer?
Oh, yeah.
She was like, call the hotel. She's like, nah. Look, y'all need to get down here and get this thing plugged up, hooked up. Boom. They did it like that.
We've been in a situation where we were at an event and had some internet issues. And when you said, I'll be back in like 4 minutes, I'm in my mind thinking,
nope, no way. No way. Nope. Oh, yeah. Getting to the hotel, I was like, shit. I was telling Mark behind the scenes, I was like, Mark, if it doesn't work out, we'll reschedule her. But let's have a backup plan just in case her internet doesn't work out. That's awesome.
I'm very intense. I think they're afraid of me here. I come here a lot with a lot of different groups of entrepreneurs. So it was hilarious. I have my cousin down here just honoring her this week for all the hard work she does building my customers' websites and everything. And we showed up at Cabo Adventures to do our adventures yesterday, and they were like, hey, Miss Delgado. And she was like, why does everyone know you? And then they gave us a special swim with the dolphins all by yourself. I'm like, I have a lot of people down here. Everybody knows me down in Cabo. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Everybody
that is awesome. I
knows
see that you do that. You have these like retreats and stuff where you bring people in, and you recently went out. I thought it was awesome. I saw pictures with Glenn Lundy where you were, y'all were like fly fishing or something, right?
Yes, yeah. That was a retreat Glenn did for his 800% club at my house.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes.
I was so jealous. I was like, man, I love fly fishing. I'm like, I want to go out there with Glenn and Danelle and go kick it. And they're out there fishing and stuff. I'm like, man.
Where did you send?
I was getting FOMO on Instagram.
Where
like,
did
getting
you send
FOMO.
Meg Rose the link? Was it in LinkedIn?
No, I sent it to her DM. Like, you need to check your messages. I'm not gonna put it in the comments.
No, in LinkedIn.
Yeah,
direct message.
LinkedIn.
Yeah,
LinkedIn. Yeah.
You learn a lot about how people attack life when you put them in different situations like fishing or swimming with the dolphins or I sat there and told people, right, we're going on these dives and people would let go in the middle because they freak out. And I was like, hey, you kind of do that in your business too. Like you get halfway there and then you forget to hold on to what made it work in the first place. So you learn a lot about how people work.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a fishing trip here soon, because I've taught myself how to fly fish, and that's an art. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's an art. I've taught myself, and but I also know that when you teach yourself, I know I have bad habits that I've taught myself, right? So I need to go with a pro and expert and do an all-day trip so that I can like really get good at it, because I'm like average, and I've caught some fish, but I'm not that great, you know, and I've spent countless hours doing it, teaching myself, right? So
I tried, and the thing got stuck in my hair. I didn't do it right.
Oh, no. So Meg Rose says she's working on it, so hopefully we
What
can
up, peeps?
Oh, there she is. Hey, Meg Rose. Hey, what's up? It's the hype
I miss
lady.
you guys so much.
Oh, we miss you too. How are you doing?
I am fantabulous. How about you guys?
Doing so
That's
good.
awesome.
Doing
Yeah,
so good.
Great.
Hey, is there a way, Holden, to do a split screen where we've got both Danelle and there they are.
There we
okay,
go.
perfect.
Hey,
What up?
boom.
I'm getting the lighting. I'm sorry, getting the lighting.
Oh, she's getting fancy. She's like,
I'm getting
gonna get the lighting.
fancy with my sweatshirt on.
All right, so Meg Rose, you're here, and we got Danelle here, and so you got maybe some questions or anything that you want to plug in with her?
Absolutely. You are the first guest. One, thank you so much for joining our network and being a huge influence on so many people's lives. First and foremost, thank you. You were our first guest to make me cry. Like legit made me tear up. I'm like, oh my God, people, this is beautiful. Like you are just a genuine person, and thank you so much for your big heart and you sharing your story. So thank you. First and foremost. I am dying to know a little bit more about, we always say the struggles, but what did that look like for you? What made you get up in the morning? What made you be motivated to continue to help people? And what were your steps? What were your baby steps? Because I know there's no leaps and bounds right away, right? So what were your baby steps to just get yourself out of bed in the morning?
What a great question. I'll tell you, I feel it. When you're asking, it made me a little teary. So I want you to understand there's one statement I say all the time, because this was it. I remember going through radiation and like getting up off the floor and looking in the mirror and just being like, you're in danger of not recovering. Like you're not getting it. And at that time I was helping a group of people, and I helped one person do something really, really amazing. And it was that one person that goes, man, I'm needed. Like when you move the success or the thing off of you and onto who needs you, you're no longer afraid of things. You no longer stop. You no longer wake up feeling bad. You wake up feeling needed. And this world needs every soul that's alive. And so I always tell people, I said, it wasn't about me. It was about who was going to lose if I didn't win. I had to go win so I could pull them out. And I think if you can help one person, you then know how valuable you are, and you'll never again be afraid or quit on yourself, because there are things that matter more than you do, you know? Like if you knew the faces of the people you'd help, if you just gave it all you had, you'd never quit again. You'd never even think about it. You'd never slow down. You'd never not want to get up, run it, right? Like people are like, are you always like this? And I'm like, yep, welcome to my world. Like, why would I not?
Welcome to the ride, people.
Wow.
Yeah, like you came on to ask this question. It's meant to be you, right? You're the only one who fought for it. I saw it in the comments. I'm watching the comments come in. So, man, you're probably going to do something pretty great in this world, and they need you. So that's the only thought that you need to wake up with.
Well, I can relate to your story as well. So you hit home. You hit the heart. Yeah.
I'll tell you, gratitude, growth, goals, and grace. Those are the 4 things that I live every single day by. 10 things I'm grateful for, 3 goals, reading 30 minutes to 1 hour every single day and taking a takeaway from it that you're going to apply immediately. And who do you need to offer grace to? Sometimes it's just yourself. But those 4 steps.
We're on a mic
on the daily.
I'm gonna go get some more. Hold on, I'm gonna get some more mics. Wait, I got a mic here. I got a mic over here. Wait,
there's one right there.
wait, we got mics. Hold on. Actually, you know what? This is just one of those episodes. Go Golden
It's a tearjerker episode, people. It's a tearjerker episode.
Golden tree. This is our Golden Mike episode.
Oh.
Golden tree, Golden Mike. Okay, so Danelle, we have this thing we call Golden Mike episodes. Okay, those are our top episodes.
I love this.
And that's what you are. You are one of our top, like, you're a world changer. We appreciate you so much. You've been just dropping the mics all over the place, and I got glitter.
There's glitter everywhere.
I got glitter everywhere.
It's pretty.
I love what you said. I love what you said. Hold on real quick. I'm going to go back to it. It was, who's going to lose if I don't win? I love that. What a perspective. Like, who will miss out if you don't overcome your obstacle? Right? Whatever obstacle it is in front of you right now. So job seekers, like, who's going to miss out if you don't just tackle that thing and overcome? So I love that perspective. That is awesome. Guys, we are running a little bit over. That is the show. It's all about who ya know. Bye, Danelle.
Bye, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Meg
much.
Rose, we love you.
Love you. Mwah. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody.
Trevor Houston here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. We hope you've been inspired, encouraged, educated, and entertained all at the same time. For information on our different events, workshops, partners, or partnership opportunities available, check out whoyouknow.show for more details. And be on the lookout for our new mobile app coming soon. You never know how this show could help someone you know? And if we've made an impact or put a smile on your face today, don't forget to hit that share button on your way out. Until next week, it's all about who you know. Bye!